I also, if you haven't noticed, I've gone completely used to hitting the accept key for turning into a dragon, and so I'm still doing that and accidentally taking steps every time I cast it. Whoopsie daisies. But hey, that is just fine. Holy moly. Wait a second. Oh, you do energy bolt. Dang it. In my head, I was like, Sun Moth, you do fire. That's your whole thing. You're a fire thing. Turns out that energy bolt is a bit of a son of a gun as well. What's the range on that? A full 7? You kidding me, coach? Holy moly. Well, in that case, you have probably 60 to 70 health right now. 3 damage, 3d20 on that bolt. Our lightning bolt is 1d38, so one lightning bolt ain't gonna cut it, unfortunately. Should I head upstairs? Probably. Let's just heal up here real quick. Just the right and proper thing to do, and then we can blast all you sons of guns. Get off my back. Oh, hello, Josephine. How lovely to see you here. Well, oh, you're resistant to electricity. Oh, how about that? Well, let's take our Dorogumo friend upstairs, shall we? That's one way to deal with your problems. Fantastic. Jeez Louise. Well, it's an interesting journey here, to say the very least. Let's try and blast that Sun Moth into next week if we can possibly achieve such a wondrous result here. Oh, I almost saved its life. Whoopsie daisies. Let's not do that, on the other hand. And Josephine should be just about dead. Not quite, but let's alleviate her of the whole burden of being alive. Fantastic. And that should just about do it. We've breached our way in. Woo! Jeez Louise, just slightly terrifying. So, I guess better than could have been expected, really, at the end of the day. I imagined a lot worse, if you can imagine that yourself. 100 health. These sons of guns can one-shot us, technically. Let's just take that blast to the face and head upstairs. Oof. Like I said, they can pretty much just one-shot us, those sons of guns. Wait 2 turns. Oh, you're fully charged again. Crap. Get me out. And rinse and repeat. Gonna have to just ignore that spider for now, I believe. And avoid that orb of destruction while we're at it, if at all possible. Now you, get out of my head. There we go. Finally, got rid of that son of a gun. The rest of these buddies shouldn't be too hard to deal with IMB at our side. Can kind of just cheese the ever-living crap out of them. In fact, I think I'm just going to slash at you. Perfect. Oh, I really want just that buddy to come at us here. Turns out the resistance potion that I drank earlier, by the way, complete waste of resistance potion. My bad there. I should have known simulacrums aren't permanent. And of course, all of the buddies who would have became simulacrums lost that buff by the time I came back down there. So, didn't need that. I don't think it helped keep us alive, at least. I know that we almost died coming down the stairs at that point, but I don't know if anything could have really fixed that as a potential scenario. So there is that. And perfect. Okie dokie. Let's finally get on the road here. After all of that talk, after all of that planning, we're finally ready to get going here in Spider. Still absolutely dreading even a single Ghost Moth. I think that's going to be a problem. I believe in Dragon form we lose our ability. Oh, no, we don't. I thought we lost our supernatural eyesight. Turns out we'll still be able to see invisible at least, so that's nice. When it comes to Ghost Moths, we have something to look forward to, even if it's not a heck of a lot. It's also not turn cat at an inopportune moment and not nearly get lethally poisoned. That's not the best move, in my opinion. Again, very contentious, I'm sure. Okay, confusion any day now. There we go. Just have to outlast the confusion from our lovely Tarantella Sons of Guns here. We don't have much curing. Yeah, we have 1 curing potion, so would definitely like to avoid using that up, if at all possible. Oh, I don't even hit myself with this lightning. I thought for sure I did. Okie dokie, I'll take it at the end of the day. You know what, maybe I shouldn't actually knock back the Sun Moth here, and I should just be trying to kill them. Drink a quick heal wounds, followed by some IMB to just limit the number of these Sons of Guns that are on us at any given moment. Behemoth Daddy, of course, is keeping our MP nice and topped off there, which is wonderful, because that definitely could have and probably deserved to go a lot worse than that. But hey, I'm not going to complain too much. It's just Spider 1. We'll have plenty of time to get ourselves killed in stupid and fun and exciting ways in the coming floors. Don't you worry, don't you ever doubt. The fun just starting. Or the fun is just starting, I should say. But more Scrolls of Blinking is nice. That's sweet. And make sure we stay in dragon form as much as we possibly can. It's very annoying when exploring, but unfortunately is kind of a prerequisite to the whole staying alive thing, so it is what it is, I guess, at the end of the day, is all we can really say. There we go. Nice Fulminant Prism action for your troubles, and a lightning bolt to finish it all off. That is fantastic. Okay. So there's 1 floor of Spider done. Let's just get right back into it, I guess. The fun never stops, and it don't stop coming. Ooh, but Ozakubu's refrigeration. So I've been bemoaning the fact that I don't exactly have any real AoE. This is technically a solution to that. I mean, I could just learn it regardless, I guess, and we can always swap it out if we so desire in the future. But we just learn it to make sure that it doesn't get changed out on us when we least expect it. What else did I learn from Vey again in that department? Oh, right, it was just Lightning Bolt, which we are honestly using to a decent amount here, so I'm happy to keep that around. Also, Dragon Form, what do you give me if I train you more? Caster becomes able to deal incredible damage in melee combat. More robust. Okay, so you don't tell me what raising the power level does. I'd assume gives more health, maybe more melee combat damage, but at least more health. So that's nice. Maybe more AC too. So we might want to start training transmutations back up at some point down the road here. Bog is pretty amazing, consider giving it a try. Erignia's Bog, that son of a gun. So if I pop in here. So we release a torrent of sludge that transforms nearby areas into toxic bog. Sludge damage and poisons all monsters, even those resistant to poison. Definitely seems like it'd be good for Spider even, specifically. Transformation is temporary, cannot be sustained out of my sight. Can't talk. Spell power will increase how long the bog lingers. Nice. Thanks, Ninth, for the suggestion. I'm going to give it a shot. Let's try on that bad boy for size, shall we? And we can even change it up here. Let's put it on our A key, since we really don't want to be using Magic Dart too much across the board. And let's give that one a shot here, shall we? It's already at 25%, so not too much, but it's that transmutation training that's going a long way. If I get Ignite Poison, that goes great with it as well. I mean, never takes much to convince me to throw Ignite Poison into any combination here. Okie dokie. Let's hopefully get a chance to use it. I guess I could have tested within that fight. It's gonna take a hot minute before I get used to throwing it out there. That is a lot of poison though. That hits real quick and real nice. Okie dokie. Oh, scroll of acquirement, if you could give me some, oh my gosh, this is gonna be ridiculous here in Spider now that I think about it. Turns out, Erignia's Toxic Bog, pretty dang cool. But okay, let's read this requirement. I'm hoping for a good amulet or a good ring. Or a spellbook that has Manifold Assault. Whatever works for you. It's like reverse Frozen Ramparts, kind of. It's pretty fantastic. And I think I can move with it as well, which is wild. You can walk through it, you're immune to it while it's up. That's crazy. Book of Displacement. Seems like that might have Manifold Assault in it. But it doesn't. You son of a gun. Got me excited there. But we can take this ring, I guess. RF isn't something that we're struggling with. I would have preferred if it was resistant to cold, but int +6, always kind of nice. So I think we will just be grabbing that son of a gun right away here. And let's see. Could lose some magical power. That seems worth it. Oh, and we also have this ring, which I never noticed picking up. So we have fire resistance or a tiny bit of extra evasion. So when I'm a dragon, I have 2 pips of fire resistance, I have 2 pips of fire resistance. So let's go with evasion. Let's try that one on for size, shall we? And then once more into the breach. Let's go about this. So the bog doesn't seem to handle walls very well. So I guess that's what you meant, safe it by the reverse of Frozen Ramparts. Definitely an interesting development there. So we'll have to be cautious when to use it. We want to fight in wide open areas. Not something I'm used to in the game, especially not in Spider, where you can very easily get overwhelmed, but it's always good to learn new strategies here. Let's drop one of those. Let's drop Ultimate Prism here. Ooh, can't quite get another one in a safe spot, but that's fine, I guess. Can just start with that one for the time being and let the Emperor Scorpion get poisoned to all heck here. Fantastic. And then between that and my claws, you should just be dead, my friend. And you are indeed just dead, my friend. But not too bad. Okie dokie. I can definitely get behind this. Okay, we have fun here, folks. Okay, let's step into our poison bog and make sure that everyone comes to us to say hello. Come one, come all. This is my home now. And in fact, let's just bring that son of a gun back to bear. Beautiful. Holy moly. I mean, that's definitely doing the Lord's good work here. Love to see it. I'm definitely taking this one down as a note for future runs, because if I ever have Spider, I'm going to be very tempted to just throw this into the mix. Jeez Louise. That is essentially trivializing the majority of these fights. Even against poison-resistant enemies, we can infect them? Like, that seems slightly absurd to me. Oh, here comes Sunmoth, though, to ruin my whole day. Please don't murder me with a beam of energy. Thank you. Honestly, I really appreciate it, Sunmoth. You know, I talk a big game and I talk a lot of smack to you, but you're alright. I don't care what the other spiders say. I think you're alright. It definitely alleviated our issues here. Let's yell, put up our bog, and let all of our new friends come to us. Come one, come all. Nice to meet you, nice to see you, and oh, Book of Air, not quite what we're looking for. I was hoping against hope that might be the chosen manual, but that's fine. We'll just keep her moving here. No real loss at the end of the day. And there's no shot that Orb makes it through the gap, but just in case. Let's play it safe, shall we? And we'll even explore a different stairwell just to keep things mixed up here. Can I blast you with a double smack? You know, I'm not sure if that was a double smack, but regardless, we got you. So that's good enough for me. And that should be just about perfect for taking out these sons of guns. Bring back the bog. Does mean that the stairwell is completely out of reach, so might want to be slightly cautious as to what I'm doing in that regard. If we ever need an escape, do not put up a toxic bog. Good note to self. But in any other case, just go nuts, go ape, and see what happens. Fantastic. And we'll just get right back into the mix of it here. Feeling a lot more confident in Spider than I was even just a little bit ago. Even the Broodmother shouldn't be too much of an issue here. I can definitely see how Ignite Poison would just be absurd with this. Immediately getting everyone to 3 ticks of poison means a heck of a lot of explosion damage off the back end while we're at it. Jeez Louise. Trying to think how it would work. Does it even work at all in shoals with the water? It seems like it might. Oh yes, it does not work on areas that lack solid floor. Never mind, that answers that question. Fair enough. 3 scrolls of acquirement? What? Does replace shallow but not deep? Okay, so it does work on shallow. I was worried even shallow wouldn't be included based on that. Well, that's an interesting pile we got there. Let's start reading through these, shall we? See, okay. Now that's a ring. Okay? Acquirement gods. If you're ever wondering, if you're ever thinking to yourself, I don't know, what kind of ring should I give? Something like this. Arlek, Art Cold, Strength +7 so we don't end up getting collapsed and thrown into a death spiral that way. It's that I can get behind. So I think we will be grabbing this ring, even though we'll see what else these scrolls bring us, because who's to say? An Amulet of the Acrobat, int -5. Okay, that might be, between that and the ring, we might be damaging our intelligence a little bit too much for my liking. Let's check out this book though. It does have a radiate in it, so I might actually take the book just for a radiate. Yeah, I don't think I want too many intelligence minus pieces, so that seems like a nice compromise. And one more requirement, Regen MP Arlek, see invisible. It's not great. What's in the Necronomicon again? Death's Door, Revivification, and Necromutation. Could be nice at some point, would require a decent commitment in order to get the Necronomicon rolling here, or any of the spells contained within, I guess. So, I guess at the end of the day, comes a question of, will I use this amulet? Probably not. I already see invisible. I have Arlek from our new ring. Stealth doesn't matter when you're just blasting everything with incredibly loud spells. Regen MP is nice and all, but I'd rather have the health regen, I think. So I guess we'll just go with the Necronomicon. Makes my life easy, don't have to make a bunch of tough decisions there. Then if I remove Ring of Wizardry, how are we looking? Things are still fairly castable. Might learn a bit of poison magic just so that Bog is not at all gonna fail us in our time of need. And in fact, let's put like fighting back on while we're at it, get a bit more overall health, could just train some general spell casting. We're in a pretty good spot for unarmed combat, so I instead want it to just be a complete kind of back burner thing and not something we're actively constantly working towards. And so let's see, if I get int -3, how's that looking? Dragon form is slightly less castable now. You know what, transmutations? Oh geez, let's try that again. Transmutations, you're back on the menu. Let's bring you up a tiny bit, shall we? Should also take a quick peek. Alright, Ozkubu's was potentially going to be learned. In fact, I meant to learn this just straight up before all these new encounters, so whoopsie daisies. Irradiate those, what I came in to check this time. fully castable already, I probably need Irradiate. So, what would I forget to learn it? I mean, Searing Ray is all I technically need to. We'll max out again real fast after that, but let's do it. Don't need Searing Ray. Maybe we won't go with Fridge. I kind of wanted to, but it might not be totally necessary here. Depends on if we get Manifold Assault at some point down the line, I guess. But Irradiate is just so solid for keeping us alive when we're surrounded by a bunch of scary enemies. So, you know, with that in mind, with that as a very important feature to contend with, let's try it out, shall we? Now it's dangerous again to cast Dragon Form. Gosh darn it. Highly deserved, I guess. Ooh. Have some potential cold damage going on there as well. Mixed with the fact that the majority of these buddies aren't going to give a dang about our poisonous bog. And we're definitely in a bit of an interesting spot, put it lightly. In fact, let's not come back here for the time being. I'm happy to explore other eventualities here, other options. And we can just come back here another time. You know, you can just get magic darted, my friend. Let's not be too loud with lightning bolts or anything too crazy like that. And time to drop stuff. I guess extra Ring of Wizardry we're not going to need. I kind of want to hold on to my strength collection as long as possible. Ring of Magical Power, I don't need a second one. Ring of Fire, I don't need. And it burns. That Ring of Fire. And File Floods as well. Fantastic. That gives us a decent amount of inventory space here as we continue once more into the breach. And our resistances actually should be looking okay now that we're in Dragon Form. We no longer have cold vulnerability. We have resistance to electricity. Still not perfectly well suited for, you know, everything the game will throw at us until the end of time here, but it's a really good start. I'm very happy to see it. And let's let everything else die of poison. Not quite everything, unfortunately. Even the Boulder Beetle getting time to turn into a Simulacrum. A bit of a shame, but not the end of the world. And then let's just keep bogging it up. This is my life now. And it is a pretty sweet one, to say the least. In fact, I've even got so used to it that I was just waiting out turns while next to that Emperor Scorpion instead of trying to murder them while I was at it. So definitely shows you the level of hubris that is being induced by our toxic bog here. Maybe not the best spell in that regard, for just the sheer amount of overconfidence that I have flowing through me at any given moment here. But gosh darn it, is it pretty dang sweet. What can I say? It still does the job like no one else. Just a thing of true unadulterated beauty at the end of the day here. Hey, my spider friends, would you not all agree with that assessment? I would assume not, but regardless, very happy with that. Big shout out to Ninth for opening my eyes to the truth here. I always love finding new spells that I've just, you know, ignored for whatever reason for however long that I've played the game and just never really used, never really thought to use. And so it's really fun to see that twisted around and to come to the realization that there are so many features in this game that I've never really experimented with to the proper degree, especially since things can just constantly be changing in various updates. So it's really awesome and really cool. Ooh, there's statue form. Might be nice to learn statue form for cases where we just want more defensive capabilities. Could definitely get behind that. Alright, I love it. The game does not think I can travel through my own bog. That's definitely something I've noticed here. But hey, I'd rather you were safe than sorry, game, so I appreciate it. Don't get me wrong. Let's see, we're down to 4% and 3% on the failure rates on Dragon Form and Noxious Bog respectively, so that's not too bad. Did I have one more unexplored stairwell? Does indeed seem to be so. So let's get this thrown into the mix here. Ooh, Ghost Moth. Come upstairs with me, please. And hopefully just get absolutely trounced. Pretty much, honestly. Oh, we did call some attention to ourselves, though, on the flip side of that. At least we have not cold resistance, but a not negative, a not vulnerability to cold, if that makes sense. So that's nice. You know what? Fine, I won't Fulminant Prism. My bad. Honestly, yeah, just stupid of me. Why did I even think for a moment? Thanks, game, for opening my eyes to that. And... ooh, confusion is not great in this situation. I think I might just have to cure out of this immediately. Oh, and what am I doing? This is where Irradiate becomes my best friend. And should definitely just be thrown out there at a moment's notice. Fantastic. Definitely was a sketchier fight than it had any right to be, but we got through it in the end, and that's all that really matters. At least that's what I like to tell myself. And now you, my friends, come one, come all, and hang out in my bog. Perfect. It's a turn of the usual phrase here. In this case, please get in my swamp. Please and thank you, I should say. Always got to remember your niceties. Goes a long way with strangers, even if they are spiders. Okie dokie. You, my friend, come right up. Take a seat. Ooh, ghost moths. That's not what you're called. Moths of Wrath, though, still terrifying. Do not like. Would not buy again. But fantastic if we can just get rid of them in one fell swoop like that. About all we can ask for. And we're also very much back to being able to cast Dragon Form without needing to confirm it every time. So, woo! That's exciting in its own right. You know what? Let's see. I don't want all of you kiddos. In fact, if just the Torpor Snail doesn't come along, perfect. So in that idea, or to that end, I probably do not wish to, what's the word I'm looking for here? Make too much noise while I'm sitting right here. These buddies are fast, eh? That's a bit unfortunate. I was kind of hoping that that would be my my secret sauce answer here. We could try to read a fear and hope it hits both of you. We could just use one scroll of blinking. Again, trying to preserve our extra lives and not get thrown off into a death spiral, as it were. What to do with you? Apparently, we could even just read a teleport and hope that it gets us out of here in one piece. Potentially even killing one of them? Yes. We did, in fact, kill one of them while we were at it. Love to see it. Oh, and then you, my friend. Yes, please, come hang out. Come one, come all. See the show tonight. Fantastic. Again, don't walk away from me, sir. Thank you. I appreciate it. How kind. Thoughtful. I don't think there's still a ghost moth there. I think they got taken care of. So it's just this son of a gun to contend with now. And no real problems. Absolutely fantastic. Well, there we go. First rune under our belt. Only multiple near-death scenarios, but not many. I don't know if that actually tracks. Only a couple near-death scenarios, but at least it wasn't many. That probably makes a bit more sense, but regardless, very happy with how that went at the end of the day. Could have imagined it going a heck of a lot worse. And what's our plan for the future now? Now am I ready for shoals? I definitely have better tools under my belt, though still not a heck of a lot I can do at range. Alternatively, what do we have available? Is there anything that would really change that dynamic, change the flow of how it would all go down? I unfortunately do not believe that to be the case. So, this might be as good as it gets. We might just have to try our hand at Shoals here and see how it all goes down. We could, of course, also just go to somewhere like Elf, finish off the regular dungeon. At the very least, let's start off simple. Let's go finish off the regular dungeon and see how it all goes, shall we? Oh, hello there. So we get offered Conjure Ball Lightning. Seems like you're really into the lightning stuff, Vehement, which is cool, very neat. Definitely fits the whole vibe of destruction magic, but if we're being honest with ourselves, it's not exactly what I would prefer to see. Oh, so close. Don't know why I say so close. It is about as close as it can be, I guess, for spells. It just either is or isn't. It's a bit of a binary option there at the end of the day. But still, holding out hope that Manifold Assault will appear. Oh my gosh, and if, yeah, all of you could just not be white ugly things, that would be fantastic. Just grand, really, at the end of the day. Or if you are a white ugly thing, let me murder you indiscriminately before you're able to lay your hands on me. Beautiful.